I got a new curse for you. May all your bacon burn.
Yo, that's our boy, bro. That's our guy.
Welcome to the Squadcast movie podcast, episode number 29.
Oh yeah.
We are doing one of the movies. All right, let's just start with the movies. We're gonna do Black Hawk Down and Howls Moving Castle. Black Hawk Down kind of as a Memorial Day sort of thing, kind of commemoration, I guess. You know, shout out to the fallen troops. And Howl's Moving Castle, I basically gave you a choice between this and Princess Mononoke and told you to pick one, and you picked this, Howl's Moving Castle. My logic was basically I have all these great anime films that I haven't watched yet. I need an excuse to just start watching one. So I'm like, we don't know what to pair with Black Hawk Down, so I'll just do one of these two.
I actually love that. So you haven't seen Howl's Moving Castle before?
Well, now I have, but yeah, I had not seen it.
Oh my god, what a Studio Ghibli movie. Okay, awesome. Good to know.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
Ghibli. Ghibli.
Yeah,
this was the first time viewing for me.
I feel like people say whatever they want, so I'm not a stickler about it.
As hyped as you are about it, I actually want to start with Black Hawk Down.
Okay. That works for me.
That's cool with
me. I mean, yeah, this was my pick.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm definitely down.
Okay. You don't really need to do much for a plot summary. It's about the Battle of Mogadishu back around the time of the Persian Gulf War, about a special forces mission to bring down a warlord, basically, and it basically went bad. It goes bad. One of the helicopters gets shot down, and there's an ensuing fight to get them out of there.
I like the synopsis. Very well done.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty straightforward, you know.
Yeah. So, I guess a small disclaimer: I don't love everything about the real life events of this movie. I mean, or at least this movie kind of dresses it up a little bit, but you know, generally from like a political perspective, I don't know. I guess I would love to see a similar project from the Somalis' perspective. I guess that's all I'm saying about that.
That is definitely fair. Just from a movie standpoint, I picked this movie because this is just one of those war movies that I enjoyed.
Yeah, you said this is one of your favorites.
Yeah, it is. I just from a pure movie standpoint, I'm not being political about it, and obviously also going back to 2004 era, when this movie dropped. This movie was so good to me. I thought the structure and the pacing of it was very interesting. Just the thematic style of having a movie based off of being stuck, pretty much behind enemy lines, having to figure it out. I thought was really cool. And there's another one that is similar to this that I can't remember the name of right now. That also I thought did a really good job. I think it came out around the same time. I'm blanking on the movie, but
you're not saying behind enemy lines, are you?
No. This is a different one. But
add that to the list. Though.
But behind enemy lines is fantastic. But anyway, I think they just did a good job, with what they had in 2004, and I just enjoyed the movie, and I'm just a sucker for war movies, so I guess a little bit biased in that regard, but it was good. I liked it.
I mostly enjoy how it's made and how it looks. I actually really like the pacing because they I don't know if this is because I watched the unedited version, which is kind of the main version now, probably the version you watch too.
Yeah.
Because that's a thing. This is a Ridley Scott movie, and that's a thing with Ridley Scott movies. I don't know what the hell kind of rift he has with the studios he makes movies for, where every time all of his theatrical cuts are I don't want to say unfinished, but he edits out some key things from the movie for the theatrical cut, and then people don't like it when they see it, and then he releases his director's cut that has that scene put back in, and everyone's like, wow, this is actually a great movie. What the hell? That happened with Blade Runner, and that happened with Kingdom of Heaven, and I guess it kind of happened with here too, because I'm pretty sure the added time is spent at the boot camp beforehand, and it does a lot for like the characters and stuff. Like, I don't know, and it's just, it's also just bold. It's not that bold, but like, it's the riskier move to have more time spent before the big thing happens,
Right.
Like, because you could sometimes lose the audience, and maybe some people did. I mean, they didn't lose you, so.
That's true. Yeah, they didn't lose me, and like, no, I think you're right on the line.
Didn't lose me.
Yeah, they didn't lose us. I think you're right on the line with that, where it's like, it's definitely a bold choice to be like, hey, let's spend a lot of time away from like what we know people want to see, but to like really build our story and these characters, and like, so a lot of people aren't willing to do that, and obviously there's some who do that, and their movies flop, but like they just did it very very crisp. I'll say it that way. It was very crisp.
I want to talk a little bit about the cast, because I don't know if you were gonna bring it up either, but there's a lot of British and Australian guys playing U.S. soldiers, and man, apparently, I don't know if it's the easiest thing or if it's like the biggest challenge for them, but basically, I don't know. It was just funny seeing some guys who I know are British have southern accents, and like Ewan McGregor and like Orlando Bloom, who I can only imagine they had him play the guy who fell off the copter because they were not going to have him try to do an American accent for a whole 2.5 hours, because there's just no way he could do. They would be shooting for months because they have to keep reshooting. I mean, I'd say Ridley Scott would be a perfectionist about it, but I definitely heard some accent slips in this movie.
Yeah, no, I definitely
that's okay.
Like on the rewatch, nowadays, it's been a bit since I've seen either of these films. It's there. You can tell. Okay. You know what I mean? And it's like, it's something that I don't think I ever noticed in the past, but now that I'm more critical about things, it's like, it's prevalent.
The guy that Tom Hardy is with. By the way, that's another thing I noticed watching this is like you forget how many people are in this. Like,
there's
what the
hell?
There's
a lot of funny people in this movie.
Freaking Tom Sizemore, and I mean Josh Hartnett. Although I'd say he's not. He kind of fell out. He kind of fell off. What has Josh Hartnett been in the past like 20 years, other than Trap?
Yeah.
But he this was around the time where people thought he was going to be an emerging star. But
yeah, holy
obviously
shit,
Tom Hardy.
I haven't heard of any of these. Sorry.
But anyway, well, some of them you got to click on and see their face. And
no, I'm saying that his movies, Fight or Flight, Verity, those are the two most recent.
Well, I just remember him from Pearl Harbor and this.
Pearl Harbor, this, and then Trap 2024,
and I know that
Fight or Flight
Virgin
2025,
Suicides.
Verified 2026.
But,
he was in Lucky Number 11? Sorry, that was the last one.
Yeah. But the point I was making before I brought that up is that the guy that Tom Hardy's with is so, I don't know how to put it. He is so obviously Scottish. Like, I can't explain it. Like, you can just see it on his face. Like, he's a Scot. That's a Scotsman.
This is a Scot. We know who you are.
You can just see. I don't know how to explain it. He's got he just does. And I don't know. I hadn't even heard an accent slip. I just saw his face, and then I looked him up, and sure enough, he's got it.
So
I'm just saying.
You know, man. When you know, you just know.
I don't know. Yeah, I agree that I mostly liked how the movie was made. There was just some moments that I hated, I guess.
No, I get that. There's definitely a few moments that kind of lack for me too. But
I didn't even take, like, I only wrote one example down, but when Pilla dies, And when he gets shot while he's up on top of the moving the truck on the turret, and like a guy around the corner shoots him in the head. I don't know. That seems really weird to me because like the music and like the way it was like being edited, like I don't know. It felt off. Like it felt like conflicted with each other. Like because this was like a really dark, fucked up scene. This guy's like dying in a guy's arms, and like the music was almost like I don't want to say cheerful, but like adventurous. Still.
Right. I mean, maybe.
And it was being edited really quick.
Like the fact, like they're, like they're still in battle. You know what I mean? Like there's still shit going on.
Well, but it was also that, the editing was like making it not really showing you their reactions that much. So I guess he was trying to suggest that they were just like moving on. But then we would shut back to the guy holding the dead guy, and he's like horrified. So I'm like, okay, well, so clearly they're not just completely moving on from it.
Right.
I don't know. It just felt a little conflicting, and that part just stood out to me the most.
No, I hear you.
It wasn't like that the whole time. It's just just times like.
Time.
And honestly, that's a fucking Ridley Scott thing. That's not the first time. It was like that when I watched Kingdom of Heaven a few months ago. There was parts like that. I didn't love the music in this movie. I guess it was fine, and it's interesting too because it's Hans Zimmer, who I love, but I don't know. Sometimes I feel like he doesn't try as hard as he can. I don't know. It's not the kind of scores that he was putting out for Christopher Nolan. Let me just say that.
That's true. That's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll just say it. Yeah, but Ewan McGregor has like a southern accent. There's the guy. Oh God, is it Sam Shepard? I don't know.
I can't remember.
Whoever the guy is who also plays the British general in The Patriot.
Eric
that's
Bana?
Like really
Are you talking about who?
Freaking evil. No, that's not Eric Bana.
Let me look at the list. I don't have the cast list up right now. Let me check.
I know, it's annoying me. But is it Hugh Dancy?
Oh God.
No.
Okay. Holy shit.
I know. There's a bunch of names. I can't.
Yeah, Hugh Dancy. Schmid. Oh. Are you talking about Schmid?
I don't know. Anyway. Yeah, forget about it.
Forget about it.
That's okay because
at
least they had Josh Hartnett
people
to
in
be
this movie, bro.
American as hell in it. So, but yeah, Eric Bana's Australian, you know.
No, yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Oh, this was actually Tom Hardy's first film role.
Was it really?
Yeah.
Hey, he did well.
No, actually, he honestly did.
No,
like he actually had stuff
well.
to. No, but he like had stuff to do. You know, like it wasn't just like a lot of guys' first film roles. They just like had a background character. You know, but he like, damn, I don't know. I looked up a little bit about the production. They bought actual helicopters that they could destroy.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they bought helicopters just to shoot basically actual helicopter crashes.
That's actually insane.
Yeah. No, like I said, as much as the issues I have with Ridley Scott, and honestly, he's gotten worse in recent years with like Napoleon, which I hated. But like, he will do some things like that. He'll go the extra mile in certain capacities. So, like. Yeah, it's cool. You could have told me, hey, he's doing like a war movie before it came out, and I could have told you it was gonna be like a really well done movie. This was like in between Gladiator and Kingdom of Heaven.
Right.
So, like he was kind of on a run here.
A generational run, some might say.
I mean, we're definitely going to be talking about other, more Ridley Scott movies on the pod.
I would agree.
For sure.
I do enjoy me some Ridley Scott.
Aliens getting down the list.
Oh, absolutely. Martian. Absolutely. We should think about that soon, actually. But anyway, I digress.
I know. Okay. I'm just making sure there's nothing else that I we didn't. I don't know. Is there anything else that you wanted to talk about from this?
No, I mean, like I said, I think it's a pretty simple movie. You know, like I said, I think they did a good job for 2004. The sound design, the score, you know, it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
You know, sure. I think
sound design's great.
Now that we're thinking about it, they've maybe had too many people in it. I don't know. It's hard to keep up with all.
Yeah. Well, no, that's not a big deal. There actually is one other thing I wanted to talk about this movie, and a specific scene, I guess. Some of the gore. Jeez.
Oh yeah, it's one of those horror movies that's like.
It's not a horror movie. It's a war movie.
War movies. I don't know where I got horror from. It's one of those war movies
because
that, like,
gore is usually in horror movies. True. Probably, maybe.
It does what it does, and it does it well. And it's like I enjoy. You know, if I'm watching a war movie, I want to see. I want to see a little bit of the gore, but.
Yeah, sure. No, I mean, some people wouldn't want to see it, but then there's other people that are like, you know, this shit's fucked up. Show it out as it is.
Right.
Like, I don't know. We'll someday do Saving Private Ryan to the list.
Yeah.
You know how the first 15 minutes of that goes. Like, it's freaking brutal. It's pretty. I don't know. When we talked about what was the one you really liked that we talked about on here? Miracle at St. Anna.
Yeah, Miracle at St. Anna.
They show the scene where they slaughter all those civilians.
Yeah, that one was also very brutal.
Yeah, that was pretty brutal. A lot of people died.
A lot of people died.
But and a lot of people die in this. Like 19 guys die total. And there's the fucking guy where they're trying to like get his artery, and they don't have any morphine, and they don't have any clamps, so they gotta reach in with their hand into his wound.
Oh my god!
And they just show them like moving all around in it.
Dude,
I'm watching that like squirming, like
Dude, yeah, that's not good. Oh man.
There's a scene, There's a scene similar to that in I think Band of Brothers, but that I just saw. But yeah, it's like, I don't know. It's good. It adds to the movie. Like, it adds to the stakes a little bit because of just how dire the situation gets. And you know, the guys are like, going, "Oh, how much time do we have? We need like 15 minutes. We ain't got no 15 minutes.
Right, we ain't got no 15. Like, you're just getting clearly enclosed on by all.
There's like blood everywhere on these blood, and then he actually does die too. Like, I don't know. That is another. I sometimes tip my hat to Ridley because he does they'll do like bold things, and I know I'm sure the guy actually did die, but like. I don't know, when they set up a scene like that, they could have just had that guy die without even showing the scene of him dying, but like they wanted to show like a process of them trying to save his life and everything, because it just adds to everything, the stakes and the characters and all that.
Exactly, that's the overall story, right. And like the scene and development.
No, right, but some people might think like that they wouldn't have even show a whole scene like that unless he'll for sure make it out of this, right? Like,
oh yeah, like, right.
Oh, they're trying to make it.
Hope that you buy into it a little bit.
I guess that's what I do appreciate a little about this movie is that it isn't. I mean, it is kind of a crazy story or like a crazy battle, but it's not really like trying to, like. I mean, it shows it from their perspective, but it's not really making these guys out to be like total heroes or anything. Like. I don't know, it's showing like their failures and their struggles, and it's like, I don't know, it shows them very vulnerable. Like, I don't know, it's not really trying to do like a look how brave our soldiers are, although it has like some of those like triumphant moments, I guess. But it's really the movie's really mostly about how fucked up this shit got.
Yeah, exactly. It's it's a movie about just how real that shit is, and like, hey, we got fucked up. And it's worse because like look at what's going on around us. Please, right. Like we need some milk, something, please.
Yeah. Right. And I guess if I were to say, nah, I'm not gonna. That's why we should stay out of other people's countries. But that's all right. That's all I'm gonna say. Let's go to our ratings.
Yep, I'll let you go first.
Um, yeah, I mean, I like this movie pretty decent. I don't love everything about the perspective, and I have my like nitpicks about like the score and certain spots, and I can't not make fun of how much those guys are all trying to put on American accents and their Southern accents. But yeah, it was really well paced. Some good action, and most of the time the tone is in a good spot, except for when it's conflicting. All right, sorry, another diatribe. But anyway, 3 out of 5. No, I'm sorry, 3.5 out of 5. Three and a half.
Okay, yeah, fair. Look, this is still one of my favorites. If not my favorite, war movies. Absolutely, just classic for me. I don't know, just something about it sits with me. I mean, this one a 4 out of 5. 4 out of 5 Squadcast podcast. It was a 5 out of 5. They did not need that many people in the movie. That's all I'm going to say. So I think that's going to round us out to a 4.
I enjoyed it in a different way in that light.
I'm just thinking about it now, and like they just
we're all Southern.
They didn't need to do that.
I'm from Glastonbury, England, and this is my Southern accent.
Literally, like guys,
funny.
Like come on, we really didn't need to do that.
Yeah, that's funny.
Anyway.
All right. Now we move on to Howls Moving Castle.
Hell yeah. Can I get a hell yeah?
This was an interesting watch.
I fucking love this movie.
Yeah, I also really liked it. I gotta, if I could just say start this off with one sentence, it's I guess it's, I don't know, man. American animation studios wish the fuck they could, because it's like, I don't know. It's like, not that we've never reached those heights, like with Disney Studios in like the 90s with 2D animation, but it's not even just the animation. It's like, I don't know. This is such an intelligent story. Like, there's so much to it. There's so much to follow. There's so much to chew on. Man, what do I even do for a synopsis? I don't know. There's a girl, Sophie. She gets cursed with old age from a witch, and she gets scooped up by a big giant machine that has a castle on it that's run by a wizard named Howl. And I don't know. This is all happening while like a war's going on, kind of. I don't know if it's supposed to be like the steampunk Victorian era of London, kind of. Maybe not London, but like it seems like kind of based off it a little.
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
Well, you left out a crucial part. She got cursed, but she's not able to tell anybody how or like why she got cursed, and that's part of the curse, which is true. Ass. And then it's very whimsical, I'd say, but I think the era is like, I think you're right for like kind of the steampunk era, but I feel like there's also kind of a trope in a lot of like wizarding things, especially in the anime verse, where like, for example, the newest like season of of a show that I started watching called A Witch's Hat is literally like, it's like, that's like the design style. For it. So I think it's kind of just like a trope with like wizards and stuff like that. Like that's kind of the era or like the kind of style they always put them in. Well, it's cool. Yeah, I love it. I absolutely love it. There's no quarrels there. It's just it kind of falls into that kind of like Hogwarts-esque like Victorian era,
I guess
steampunk kind of like.
And maybe this is only kind of true for this, but in other things, it is kind of a way to cheat. I don't want to say cheat, but like get away with like outdated or like out of date or out of time plot elements, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like you could say, okay, this is steampunk, so like there's like things, it's almost like a parallel universe where like we discover technology a little bit earlier than usual. You know what I mean?
Right. No, 100%.
And
like
with
it.
that, you can kind of mix up time eras like that and get away with it, and then people, like, no one's like, oh, that's out of place. It's more like, oh, this is the universe, like this is the universe this is the world you've built. You know what I mean? So like I kind of just take that all in as like, okay, this is the universe I'm in watching this movie. You know?
Yeah, no, I think that's a good way to put it, and I have nothing against it. I absolutely love it. It's beautiful. But yeah, just like I think that's kind of just it's like its own universe. I think like anime
right.
wizarding stuff. It's like it's just this is the universe it's all in. To your point, and like
sure.
I'm thinking about it hard now. Like literally every show that involves like magic to a certain degree, not every single one, but for like the most part, all the ones I've seen are like this is the style for it. So I mean, I guess that's kind of cool.
Did you watch the subbed or the dubbed?
I watched both.
Oh, well, damn. I didn't watch both. I only watched the dubbed version. Because I've been told that when it comes to, like, some of these movies, they do a good job with the dub. So.
Yeah, these ones I will say
I mean,
do a
it seems
really,
fine
really
to me.
good job with the dubs. So, like, I don't think there's any issues watching the dubs for these.
Actually, you know, can I just say something? Right. Yeah, can I... Is it, like, am I tripping? Or do they, like, reanimate the mouths or something? Like... I swear, it doesn't always look like...
No.
It sometimes looks like they're saying what they're saying to me. Like, or is just the words very similarly animated in Japanese? I don't know.
No, like, I don't... it's hard to tell, because I was saying the same thing today, where I was like, I haven't seen this in a minute, and we watched it in dub, and I was like, I'm like,
I didn't...
Like,
it looks so smooth. It doesn't look like... Yeah, it doesn't look like they're saying other things. Like, it looks like they're saying what they're saying.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe
like, it looks like... It almost feels like I'm watching an American animated movie. So, I don't know. But, I mean, I'm not complaining. I'm just...
Yeah, no, neither am I. It's very, very beautiful.
No, it looks... Yeah, I mean, the movie does look beautiful. That was what I noticed right away. Just, like, as they were just showing introduction shots of, like, the town that Sophie lives in. Like every shot looked so beautiful, and like there's just so much to chew on in each shot. Like you could just pause it and just look at everything going on, or like I almost want to put it in slow motion, or just like replay some of the shots just to like just to get a ghole of like everything that's going on. And like I know like those Ghibli, that studio, they put a lot of care. Hayao Miyazaki puts a lot of like passion and care into like the animation of these movies, these projects. So like it's just, I don't know, it's really nice. You can really see it come to fruition. You can see it fully realized when you watch these movies. It's just really, really artistically like pleasing.
No, yeah, agreed. I had to look it up because I couldn't remember. Yeah, Billy Crystal is the dub actor for Calcifer, which I think is awesome because I love Calcifer.
Dude, Christian Bale is Howl.
Yeah, it's like, dude, they got some bangers.
That's awesome, dude. Yeah, that's awesome, and it's very funny. This was a year before Batman Begins, and you already hear him using the Batman voice in one of the scenes where he's the bird.
You're so right. I didn't even think about that till right now.
It was so funny. When I was thinking about it, like he sounds like Batman, and he's like a bird. Like this is almost like a parallel to his Batman character.
It literally is a parallel. This Birdman and Batman.
I almost wonder if Christopher Nolan was like, "Yo, hey, you know how when this one scene in Howls when you put on this voice, I need you to do that every time you're Batman."
Yeah, every time you're Batman, that's it. Thanks.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just funny to me.
No, I didn't. Yeah, I didn't catch that. Like that. That's actually that's a good catch. Yeah, I mean, I think, especially in the speaking specifically about the dub, like the voice idea was really good, but like the story of this movie, like I know, like there are some people that are kind of like this movie's a mess, but I think it was pretty smooth and like kind of clever how things kind of play out. Yeah, I don't know. Back in like. That's like older reviews, like back in like 2023, people are like, "Oh, this movie was kind of a mess," but I am of the group that disagree.
Actually, I'm looking this up right now. This is actually a pretty funny antithesis to Black Hawk Down to do it. I didn't do this on purpose. I had you pick it, but Miyazaki stated that he made this. This was influenced by his opposition to the United States invasion of Iraq in 2003. And I did feel that while I was watching it. I'm like, wow, this does kind of look like almost like there's some anti-war elements in this that I wasn't expecting, because it's got like witches and wizards in it. But there's like planes dropping bombs and bombing a whole city and stuff.
Yeah, it's like what it's like, and we never get a reason for why the war is going on until like what we assume is what we figure out at the end. We never get like they never tell us the town names. I don't think like we know the royal city is the royal city, but I don't recall seeing like what Sophie's town was called, or like remembering what it was like what was happening. I don't know. It's just like it's a very humbling experience, I guess, especially like the second, third, fourth, fifth time through. Like you start to see different things than obviously just like the first time. I wish I could have experienced it for the first time again.
And yeah, I definitely think that town is based on England, because I just looked up the book it's based on, and it's a British author. So I don't know, but I mean, it makes sense. It's very interesting. The plot goes like a lot of which ways, and I don't know. It's very good to. As I was saying earlier, like, I don't know. I feel like an American studio wouldn't even have like the balls to try to make an animated movie with this kind of story. Like, or if they did, they would take out so much that was crucial. I don't know, and I don't know. I'm not trying to rip on our studios too much, but there's something about this movie, and when I watched Spirited Away, which will be on the list at some point, that just felt like more intelligent to me than like, or it felt like
more purposeful.
I don't know.
Like, there's more tact.
It's
like
very
purpose,
purposeful. It felt like a movie that treats me, the viewer, like I'm not an idiot.
Right.
If that makes sense.
No.
Like, it never feels like it needs to hold my hand through anything. It's not like, I don't know. It's not like soft about anything. I don't know. It's just, it respects my time.
It
does.
Feel like it respects your personal space.
It's not. It's no, but seriously, it's a
does.
movie that is actually trying to constantly say something. I feel like a lot of animated kids movies are just like, hey, this is a kids movie, so we don't have to try that hard. We could just make a very simple 3-plot structure. Good thing happens, bad thing happens, big good thing happens, and we go home. And this movie sets out to do much more than just that. From when she gets cursed to when she finds the moving castle to her meeting Calcifer, and Calcifer's like ties to the ship and to Howl and Howl's heart, and the old lady who's I love how she's animated, that the witch from the Witch of the Rafts or whatever.
The Witch of the Waste.
Of the Wastes, yeah. She's so like gross.
Well, dude, I know you haven't seen the other ones, but wait till you watch. Like, wait till we start digging into some of the other ones that are like this.
I remember Spirited Away had a couple weird ones too.
Yeah, the Boy and the Heron. That one's great. Like, that one's a really good one too.
Oh yeah.
That one's so good. We'll see that soon. There's what is it? The Grave of the Fireflies. Yeah, there's a couple of them.
Have you seen Grave of the Fireflies?
Yeah.
I've seen that one. That one was sad.
It's notoriously known as the darkest Ghibli movie.
Yeah. No, I watched that like last year. I really loved it. Add it to the list.
Added to the list. But
yeah, we'll have to combine that with something really happy.
Yeah, otherwise that might be the last podcast ever.
Jesus. Yeah, I love all the characters too. The movie does such a great. It takes such care of them in terms of like their development and like the scenes that they choose to spend with them. And like their motivations and everything. Calcifer's such a cool character. I do kind of, I don't know. I don't know if. So if you don't know, my cousin named her son Calcifer, which confused the hell out of my family because you know, I think you can imagine my grandparents and my aunts and uncles and my parents. They haven't gotten around to Howls Castle.
This is your grandson, Calcifer.
No. Yeah. Right.
Like, okay.
And well, it's my cousin's kid, but I kind of think of him as, to be honest. And even I hadn't seen this, so even I was confused at first. Like, why did they name him Calcifer?
I mean, Calcifer is a G. We do fuck with Calcifer. I love my boy Calcifer.
I know. I guess, you know what? I guess I was thinking that it was going to be the Christian Bale's character was going to be the guy named Calcifer. I was not expecting it to be the fire guy.
Yeah, the fire demon guy, who actually turns out to be a real good guy. Yeah, we love Calcifer.
Yeah, I know. That's just... it's just not what I was expecting for where Calcifer came from. I thought it was... I don't know. It's just funny. But I don't know. He ends up being cool, and like how he's like tied to like how the castle moves and stuff is cool. I don't know. It's creative.
No, yeah, very creative, very unique ideas within like an anime style movie or just in any kind of movie. I mean, I think the idea of like having like you said, the castle be put together by Calcifer's power, but Calcifer's also like Howl's heart, and like Howl just needs true love, and then the prince is a fucking scarecrow, and the witch of the waste also has a curse on her.
The scarecrow, I loved that. The turnip head.
Yeah, the turnip head turned out to be the fucking prince who they needed to find in the war. I wish they gave us a little bit more background on like why the war started, because if it would have been like the war started because they thought the other country murdered his son or something like that, that would have made... Like it was, you know what I mean? But like they didn't really give too much.
Well, yeah. On that. Hey, you're just gonna have to read the book, Latrell.
Yeah, you're right. I haven't read the book.
I'm sure that's in the book. If I'm being honest, I kind of get it, or like I get why the war happened. It doesn't you don't necessarily need to know why it's happening. You just need to know that it's happening, right?
Fair.
At least for the sake of the story of this movie.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, like, I don't know, I imagine when they were deciding, like, what they were going to put into a 2-hour movie, they had to pick and choose some things, and they're like, well, does it really matter why the war happened for this story? Because it's not really focused on the war as much as it's focused on these characters within the war.
Right.
You know? The war is more of, like, a backdrop.
Exactly.
But, I'm sure it's in the book.
Yeah, I'm definitely going to check it out. I'm a big book guy nowadays, so it's on my list.
That's good. I'm trying to be.
I have a good collection if you ever want some recommendations.
I know. I have a couple things I'm trying to read now.
Proud
of you. Maybe we'll talk about that sometime.
Absolutely.
We'll do a book pod.
Yeah, we'll do a book pod.
I don't know. We're still trying to figure out how we'll do a TV pod one time.
True. Maybe on Spider Noir.
Yeah, maybe. I have so many things I have so many options there, but we just got to figure out how we'll do it. Yep. Anyway, let's go to our ratings now, huh?
Yep, absolutely. All right. I can go first with this. For me, I forgot how much I really enjoyed this movie. Do I think there are some points that probably could be elaborated a little bit more on? Yes. Have I read the book yet? No, so I can't fault the movie for that. So I'm going to give this a 4.5 Squadcast podcast thumbs up out of 5.
Yeah. I guess my only little, like, tiny issue is that, like, while the plot was very intelligent, there were times where I don't want to say it was losing me, but like, I don't know, I guess there were parts that could have been a bit more engaging, and there could have been ways to tie it all together a little bit better. But really, I don't know, that's really not a huge problem. So I'm also giving it a 4.5.
Oh yeah, for a 4.5 Squadcast podcast thumbs up out of 5.
Yay!
We did it! Yay!
Okay. Episode 30 is coming up, LaChaw.
Episode
What
30
the hell?
is coming up. Shit.
I don't know what we're gonna do.
It's gotta be a heater of an episode for episode 30.
I know, it'll be... I don't know. You know, let's just... I don't know. I'll figure it out. I'm thinking right now we'll just do you pick one, I pick one, and they just have to be bangers, just like certified. Not just like, oh, this is my favorite movie, just heaters. But like, yeah,
just heaters of movies.
I don't know. Well, we can figure it out over the next couple days, but we did it. 29 episodes.
29 episodes.
That's and another crazy. One down. We did it. Yeah.
That is crazy. Well, we did it.
Yeah. Not bad. Not a bad pick, Charles. And of the two options I gave you, not a bad pick. I'm glad I finally watched Howls Moving Castle.
It's a classic. And you have to watch it.
Yeah. Yeah, it was really, really cool. I'm excited for whenever we do another anime movie because I like I respect the animation in the shows too, and I actually did like it a lot in the Gundam Wing movie. There's something about these Ghibli movies that are just fucking gorgeous. They're
on a different level than most.
Yeah, they go to town
movies.
On these.
Evangelion is one of those too, where Evangelion is insanely good. Certified hood.
Add it to the list.
I will add that to the list.
Yeah, it's a list. All right, let's sign off here, LaChaw.
Oh yeah, another good one.
Thank you to all who listened or will listen, and thank you to my buddy LaChaw for doing another pod with me.
Oh yeah, baby, every time.
All right, see you next time. Peace.
Peace.